Okay, good evening. Here we go. Just got in, done a bit of shopping. Oh, fucking hell. Loads of pre-workouts in me. I'm fucking ready. Time's 8:05. Let's fucking go. Let's give it some. Ah! Warm up. Come on. Done loads of press ups then. So come on, let's get on with this. Go on. Warm up, lightweights. Get loads of blood in there.
Man.
Okay. No fucking excuses. I've been up since 5 o'clock.
10 years.
In the morning or so, let's go, let's rock and roll, let's fucking give it some. Come on!
13 years ago this weekend was our first show. First show together ever. Yep. It was a fucking riot. Came in here, riot. I was the one that had to deal with the head case. I went back to Jay Cutler and Phil Heath and they're like, who'd you have to go help? I said, this fucking complete and utter nut job. And then that was when I gave you the nickname.
Yeah.
You remember Tatanka?
Yeah.
Tatanka. Because in the Kevin Costner movie, Dances with Wolves, the Tatanka was what a water buffalo was. And that's what he was. He comes in the room and he says, you look like shit. Holding a ton of water. A ton of water. And I said, it can't be that bad. I just saw pictures of you from a couple of days ago. I was kidding you done that. He's like, no, I'm going through shit. And he's walking back and forth.
All kinds of
crazy fiend. And I go, dude, calm
lightweight
down.
chest exercises just to
And I said,
loosen
down.
up.
Let me just take a look at you and let me decide that. And then I was like, oh fuck, he's right. And he was getting dog shit.
I was freaked out in my head. That's being young and inexperienced at shows.
And what happened was, and this is a lot of you who've ever done a show before or just stressed about a photo shoot or anything, you're gonna notice that your cortisol level has a lot to do with how much water you hold. And obviously, he was the cortisol king, okay? Champion, undeniable, undefeated, the cortisol king.
Yeah,
He literally went from looking great when he was chill to looking like he had just had all-you-can-eat sushi the night before.
Yes!
And I had to turn around and do some of the things that we did.
Yep.
Change some things up.
Yep.
But what we did was I was really I had to change his food up.
Come on, no
I
excuses.
cut back his carbs just to dry him out. Where normally you would carb somebody up to be able to get him really down to 3D. For him, I was more worried about water, so I was tapering actually his carbohydrates.
Hence why for nationals that same year, 6 months later, like during that whole process leading up, you're like, hey, you gotta get fucking in shape, dude. I'm like, motherfucker, this is the best shape I've ever been in.
Whoa, change your any wonder.
But you need to get in shape, and I'm like, okay.
Loads of blood in your chest. Loads
You
of blood
gotta do
everywhere.
More cardio, more.
Good warm up.
Man, I look better now than the dudes on
Stop
stage
throwing some
last
fucking
year. I
weight
was
around.
still like 2 weeks out.
Oh yeah.
And then it was all that whole
Come on.
and finally when we were there,
Come on.
I had to get you in such good shape where when you came here and freaked out, nothing would happen to you. And I'm like, yeah, because there's no fat on my body now. There's no fat, there's nothing left.
We're less of a chance for you to have an actual cortisol
Episode.
Season 1 of the Cortisol King. Open up the hands a little bit, with the fire, don't hold your breath. We need oxygen to be able to get a pump and for you to have endurance. Number one issue, all athletes of all ages, of all levels, they tend to hold their breath. You've got to continuously breathe. Especially, 1 or 2 reps, not a big deal, but when you're getting past that and you're holding your breath, you are going to starve that muscle from oxygen. Good, breathe. Some blood back in there, good.
Big thing. One thing I'll say that I suck at: chin up, and then not forget to breathe. It's always been something that you've always said to me: is breathing.
You always hold your breath.
Always.
There's a lot of athletes who do it, but you know, one of those things where it was always just constantly minded. But once you mind you, boom,
Come on.
and then you get back to business.
So breathing isn't just so you don't fucking pass out. It's actually continuing to push oxygen.
Yeah, so you need oxygen so you can keep that endurance. But you need oxygen to actually
Get your fluids down you.
Yeah.
Again, you hold your breath for 1 or 2 reps, it's not a big deal. But when you start doing anything longer than that, you're gonna have to.
Well, these are things that like people like. Whenever you talk like this, these are the things like the inches that add up. Because that not everybody knows about whenever we're talking about something. It's like people understand how to get to the next level or what to do, and you're like, well, there's literally instances on every single fucking corner that you know exactly how to pick up and pay attention to, click with and find, and push people to the next level.
Well, and one of the big things also that we know, speaking of those things, is also people who can't seem to get a pump. And a lot of times, because we're in an over-caffeinated society and culture, you're dehydrated. So making sure that your water levels and hydration levels is really high is really, really important. You know, I don't care if it's his pre-workout, my pre-workout, you're taking something that you bought wherever. The bottom line is it doesn't matter how good it is if you're dehydrated, because you're not going to be able to really get a pump. So make sure you're drinking plenty of water going into it. Sip some aminos earlier in the day to get you in there, because lots of times we add in different types of coconut water or any kind of different types of ingredients that are going to help with hyperhydration, so that your body has the ability to actually absorb that water and get it to really stick, so that you're going to have that pump. Because if you're dehydrated, I don't give a shit what you take for your pre-workout, you're not going to be pumped.
So I bought EDP, and it just didn't give me the pump I thought it would. You're so full of fucking shit, but I know you're full of fucking shit.
It was tested on by the best. If you notice, Seth is one of the few bodybuilders that are out there that has all of these fibers, you know? Again, referring back to Phil, Phil has got some really great arms, but he's also very fibrous. Seth has that as well, all through his biceps. You see the splits, okay? A lot of guys nowadays have really big arms, or they'll have big body parts, but you don't see the quality. Squeeze, good. Good. One more. Good job. Okay. Now we're sort of going into ladders, which basically means that we're going to do is we pick 3 different points. We're going to go low, medium, and high to change up the angle, so that when we're doing the actual fly exercise, we're working on different angles throughout the actual set. So lots of times we'll do a full set with your hands high or your hands low. We're going to actually be changing the variation during the actual set.
So I think everybody has now got a full understanding of why you and I got along so much. Because whenever I'm doing a set, I'm always like, whenever I'm doing triceps or anything, I'm like, just go here and then change your shoulder placement, take a step back, and it's almost like you're like, you got to remember when you're doing all these things, you're still doing a tricep press now. However, you're going to hit the body parts at different angles, and all of a sudden it's just going to keep getting more and more full, more rounder, more fuller.
Yep. And you're fatiguing different angles of the biomechanics. You know, we're going to go ahead and start up top, and then we're going to go down, mid, and out. 3, 2, 3 up. 1. Open the hands. Keep one more. Chest up. Shoulders back. Shoulders back. One more. Good. Good. Down. Good. 2. 1. 2. You have midpoint. 1. 2. Arch back. 1. 2. One more. 3 down. Go. 2. Good. 1. 2. Midpoint. 1. 2. Up top. Finish 2. Finish 2. Finish 2. 1. Good job.
Yeah, I got to come to Texas for a few days.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Some barbecue. Okay, we'll put you on a nice veggie vegan diet for 3 days before. Then we'll carve you. So we're gonna cow you up. We're gonna cow you up. Beef and bison. Hold it. There you go. There you go. Hold that. Hold that. Hold that. Good. Good. These are called ladders because you're just going up and down, just like a ladder. 3. Control. Slow down. Slow down. 2. Now hold it. Hold it. Now go into a press. Bring it back. Bring it back to my hands now. 5. 4. 3. Arch back. Get your shoulders back. There you go. Push that chest. Good. 3 more. 1. two, extend. One more. Good job.
Yeah. The front last round.
Good. Wait, lift the shoulders up a little bit higher. There you go. There you go. Right there. Relax. Good. Did you tell everybody that follows what Feroci shredded? How you got that name?
That was from fucking nationals, and then going into fucking Dallas and it just being ugly. That was that thing. It was because I remember whenever I was at nationals, waited till the last minute to take off my clothes because nobody had seen me. It was like fucking Dorian Yates. Nobody's seen me for months, and everybody's like, "What's this kid gonna look like?" Fucking peeled to the bone. And then we showed up looking even better on stage the next day. And then whenever we were in Dallas, had to make 202. And the last few weeks were ugly. We get there and I go out on stage and I just heard people go, "Oh my, oh my." And I'm like, yeah, I'm on, motherfucker. I was just peeled to the bone, shredded. And people were like, "You looked a little nasty on stage, brother." I'm like, "That was a fucking goal, dude." No.
So once the consistency of being shredded to that point was established, then people would call me, people that I either knew in the bodybuilding industry or I coached, and they would basically, it almost became synonymous to ordering something off the menu when you go to In-N-Out Burger. There's the secret menu.
Come on.
And there's the thing called animal style, right? And they'll make it a certain way, but it's not on the menu. So then they say, "Hey, look, when I get ready for this show with you, honey,
Come on.
I don't want you to get me shredded. I want you to get me Feroci shredded." So it was like ordering off the secret menu.
I love it. It was a good time.
Yeah, I think Fuad was one of the...
Yeah, he was the one that started.
he was one of the...
He's like, "What did you do?" And I'm like, "Everything that I supposed to do." I remember, I'll never forget the one time. There was two times, but this one sticks out in my head. I was at Walmart, grocery shopping. I just sent you photos. There was no phones like this back then, you know. We had to take pictures and put them, upload them, all that shit.
You know.
And I'll never forget, I was walking through Walmart, dude, I'm fucking beaten, you know, built just into the ground. And we're going through, I got the phone call and you're like, "Hey dude, like, we need to up your cardio and we need to take it to the next level." And here I thought, like, I'm killing it. And there was no like good jobs, there was no bad jobs, there was no nothing. It was just straight fucking business. And I think we were about 4 weeks out or so, maybe 5. And it was like, that was whenever it was initially like my first like, "Bud, get fucking ready because we're getting to another level." And I'm like, this is gonna get ignorant. And I kind of like felt emotional because I'm like, I felt like I just got the wind knocked out of me. Here I am thinking, I just sent my photos, it's the best I've ever looked. I get fucking ready. You know, there's a couple of them too. Then 2 weeks later, I was fucking stupid. We're 21 days out. And I just sent you pictures. You hit me up, you're like, "Okay, when was the last time you had a cheat meal?" And I'm like,
4 months ago.
yeah. I was like a long time, and you're like, "But you need a cheat meal." I'm like, "We're 21 days out of the fucking show." I'm like, "I'm not eating anything, Brad." You're like, "I'm going to go eat a steak first." And I'm like, "I can't do that." And you're like, "You're going to fucking eat it and look better." And I'm like, "You think so?" I'm like, "Yep." Sure enough, when I ate steak burger, it was steak burger, fries, Diet Coke, and then you were like, I ate angel food cake with that because I told you I liked angel food cake. You're like, "Yeah, have a piece of that." Dude, 2 days later, 3 days later, I looked fucking stupid. And I'm like, he was right. I'm 18 days out. I'm not going to lose. Did you lose? No. There you go. Oh, man. My man.
That's it, man. Great work.
I love you.
Absolutely.
You need to come to Texas.
Yes.
You need to come to Texas.
Yes. So, guys, let me know what body part you want us to do next time we're together, because I really feel that we should do a couple more of these to try to get him back. Come back. Little one, especially if it's just to start off with just some photos and do some. Maybe we'll do the Honey Round Bod Seth Feroci challenge. We'll come up with something simple.
Be good time.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Good job. Everybody subscribe, like, make sure you go check out all Honey's shit. We'll put it in the bio. And keep being good motherfuckers. I love it.
Oh, God. Oh.
Your awesome deal. How surreal. Always.
We finally found it, right? We finally found the thing that's helping you become pain-free and get rid of this chronic pain.
I'm 27 days in. Do fucking 5 sets of 30 dips each set. What bad's happening? Nothing. What bad's gonna happen if I do this and then go on to the next exercise? Nothing. Give it your all every single fucking time. All of you. Not what you think is your all. Go past what you think and then that'll be something.
Get out!
That was my
Get out!
Is going past what I thought was what I was capable of doing.
That's all the friggin' chicken I
I'm
eat.
like, I can't do anymore.
All the
Can't do
chicken,
more.
the rice and
I
fucking
fell in love with that.
vegetables,
As you can see,
protein,
like the
vitamin
outside
tablets, the fucking lot.
is crazy pump.
Oh,
Crazy pump.
oh,
That was the goal here, was to get
come on!
so whenever we hit the side chest.
This is
Crazy
fucking
cool.
hard as it gets.
And same thing this over
Oh.
this side.
The sweat's kicking in now.
Nice and full.
Fucking race it
That's
is.
our goal.
Here we go!
Whenever I'm doing my cable crossover,
Whoa.
I'm trying to emulate that pose. That's what I'm trying to achieve. So you'll see me do
What?
it a couple different ways, and we want to start to exhaust the muscles now.
Ah,
So like I said,
right!
there's two different.
Hey.
There's a million different ways. The two that I prefer are like this on the crab most muscular. So whenever we're coming in to hit the pose, we're here. And right now you see them doing a full repetition and squeezing. You're able to keep tension with the cables all the way to the end. Keeping tension. I take a big step forward and lean into it. Big stretch on my shoulders and on my pecs. After I get exhausted, I'll step in. So now I'm even with everything. If I put in a workout like cable crossovers, like 3 sets of 12, okay, in my head, this is how I do them. Pick a weight that I can step forward and I can do 12 reps with. I'll exhaust myself to get to the and squeeze the fuck out of it. And then, whenever I can't do any more of those, I'll step back, lean in slightly, and I'll get as many as I can this way. So, I said 12 reps on the paper, but I'm actually not. I want you to do fucking failure. 12 with one big step forward, and then as many as you can right here, because we're trying to still that look. This is a pose here, and that's a pose. So that's how my head was working. Or you do 12 reps this way.
Go for the big ones.
Get fatigue. Take
Come
a
on
big
now.
step forward.
Let's get the
and
big
do
stuff.
As many as you can this way. Make it harder. Cool. A little thicker. A little fuller. Now, again, I'm chest dominant. I fucking love training chest.
Yeah! Oh,
Every single thing that I do based on feeling, and I do it very systematically. Therefore, like whenever I was doing my cable crossovers, or whenever I was doing all my presses, I was envisioning something, sculpting my physique, the thickness of the chest, dominant look. Whenever I'm doing my cable crossovers, right here, or the crab. Everything is based on something that I saw, and I'm going to emulate that pose or that look with the exercise that I'm doing. Dumbbell pull-overs.
one thing I don't bleed once, I sweat my eyes when I got the big stuff in my hands.
See it?
Oh, I tell you.
Right there.
Oh.
You see the whole look. Pull-overs. Whenever you're creating a workout, or you see something that you like,
Come on.
or you see a look that you like, equate that to the exercises that you have to do and how hard you believe you have to work. Figure out how hard you have to work, multiply that by fucking 100 and do that. And when I mean multiply by 100, I mean literally multiply by a number that seems fictitious in order for that fucking hard. I want it to be extravagant, I want to feel it, I want it to be overwhelming so that like it just blows my fucking doors off. Hence, why I love bodybuilding. I fell in love with it because it's all individualized. It's all within you.
Yes!
Check out the bio for all the work.
Come on!
Go back and forth, enjoy it. Look good naked. Show her what you got.
Come on! Come on, you can do this. Come on! Oh. Oh. Come on. Come on. Come on. 2, 3. Come on. Here we go. Here we go.
We're gonna do back there.
Lightweight.
So,
Lightweight. Come on.
me building a workout, pretty much I'm gonna focus a good bit on lats today. That seems to be something that a lot of you have questions about. Everybody can kind of build like the top upper back portion of the rear delts,
come
upper
on.
traps.
Ah.
What happens is when people hit that or walk,
Hey.
you can see the big toe
Hey.
and they go into a V, but there's no meat on your lats. Okay, so what we're gonna do this workout is kind of have a balanced workout, but lean more towards the lat movement. So you can see every single back workout, I start with pull-ups. You hear me say it on Instagram, you'll hear me say it in these videos. Pull-ups and pull-downs are not the fucking same. They're two completely different exercises. I start every single workout with pull-ups. I don't care if you're doing fucking assisted, I don't care if you're doing free, just body weight. I do 75 to 100 every single back workout. Every single fucking one. I'll start out with assisted because I'm a fat bastard. And there's no reason to do 5 pull-ups unassisted and sit down and not get a good contraction or get the actual exercise out. That's why we have the assisted. So I'll do wide grip, close grip, reverse grip. You name it, grip, I'm gonna fucking do it to warm up my back. And while I'm doing it, you're gonna see me hold guns in my hands. See me do this. So this is a tip that I learned where if I grab with my full grip, the index finger and your thumbs, you're gonna end up pulling because those are the stronger, more dominant parts of your hand. So I eliminate that, I put guns in my hands and pull with my pinky ring and middle fingers on the hand. And I end up being able to feel my lats a little bit more. You'll see me do that with a number of different exercises today when I'm going for more of the lat exercise, lat dominant exercise. I talked about lat pull downs and pull-ups. A lot of you out there are probably saying, oh, well, it's similar. I used to be that fucking guy. That's why my back sucked whenever I was an amateur and early on in my career. You could end up doing pull downs with like 260 on there, and you're like a 220-pound guy. And you can fucking get the rock, and you can just the whole nine. That has its place. Still a good exercise. But that is not the fucking same as pull-ups, because if you're 220 pulling down to 260 thinking you're an animal, and then go try and pull your fat ass up on there more than a few times, you ain't gonna be able to do it for a number of sets. It's not gonna fucking occur.
I've gone to the heaviest dumbbells I've got. Now,
Pull-ups.
I'm gonna go right down, gonna go down with that.
That's why my back,
Right down to
the
ones you began with. That's what we're doing. We're gonna burn like fuck. We are going to fucking go on fire.
Go up the back a little bit. I'm gonna move into close grip T-bar rows. I'm gonna stick with the, I don't know if I'm gonna call it a machine. Just call it, plate loaded. Now, whenever you're doing these, you want to make sure that you're paying attention to where your upper body is positioned and how you're distributing the weight on your heels and in your legs and how you're positioning yourself to get maximum, to optimize the exercise. Now, you'll see guys bend over, go further, You'll see guys that stand up and stood up a little bit higher. I'm going to recommend that this position is where
Put a bit up. Right to the top. Now we're going down. More reps.
You'll
Each
still
time.
feel your back, but you're not optimized. And the second that you bend over like this,
Nice to the waist. More
you're going
reps.
to put a lot of pressure on your lower
Yes.
back. And if you have weak glutes, weak core,
So here we go.
weak hamstrings, you're going to
Let's bust
feel
this.
a lot on your lower back, a lot of stress and a negative stress. You'll see me do it. You'll see
Hey.
me bend over a little bit
Hey.
further. And I'm still hitting my lats, obviously my back, but I'm still hitting my lats, but I'm going to put a little bit more emphasis on my, right there, my mid to upper lat, whenever I bend over a little further. But again, I'm going to do that with a little bit lighter weight, 2 or 3 plates. And when I move up to 4, you'll see me pick my body up a little bit higher. And that's because I don't want to put the same stress on my lower back. Now, this workout, I'm talking through the whole thing. You're going to hear me talk through, give you some tips about it. But we'll do a few crazy sets. It'll be fun that way. You'll see me change my body position. And that's because I'm hitting different parts of my back as I go. Like I said, as a beginner, intermediate, or even a little more advanced. Make sure right here. Set your feet. Nice strong base. Right. Activate the glutes so you have to you're there. Right here, head up. Shouldn't say head up, head in a neutral position. Alright, so when you're doing these, if you're having trouble activating your lats, get your lats to grow, what I want you to do is find these, hold guns in your hand again, and make sure you're not using the same amount of weight that you normally would. Use a little lesser weight and get your lats to actually activate so you can get a full repetition with it and feel the difference between having a full grip and guns in your hand. Because after so long of you doing this, you're going to be able to get a full grip on it, but use the lower portions of your hand and get a good rep on it. But don't assume that you're going to be able to use the same weight whenever you're doing, a new technique or a new grip. Get used to it. Work into it. Take the time.
I like this one. Off Seth Feroci. Go up, go down. Up to the top. And from the top, go down. More reps. Oh, make your heaviest dumbbells. Then come down and do more reps. Oh, come on. My mate Gary does this on his multi-gym. A fucking good one as well. Similar. Hey. Yes, sir! Oh!
Alright, we're going to do one-arm dumbbell rows, great back exercise. This is one of those exercises where body position and how you hold yourself, where you hold the dumbbell, where you hold to, is going to play a huge role in how it targets your back. I'm going to go lats on these. I'm going to go, I'm going to go right back there somewhere. That's my target. No, but okay, so when you're doing these, me personally, I like to stay at the rack. A lot of you guys in some of my videos are like, oh, I can't do that, or you're the dickhead that takes up the rack the whole time. Well, as you can see, I'm training back whenever no one's around here. So whenever I get in there, I like to be right here, post up, and right here. So if I'm on my left side here, whenever I go, I'm in a good position, nice, strong, sturdy base.
Make it way.
And when I come, I'm gonna row back. Okay, I'm in a row position. I'm not gonna pull up. Okay, if I pull up and my elbow goes out, I'm gonna lose a lot of my upper back. And I wanna row so I can get my lat to activate. Okay,
Come on.
here,
There we go.
and whenever it hangs down, I'm gonna feel my lat hang. I'm gonna feel the muscle move. And that's something for a lot of people who don't have a lot of lat muscle, you're gonna have to get used to. So whenever you're here, you're gonna row back. Row. And we're not talking, you don't have to, none of this, but right here.
Come on. Come on.
Okay?
Come on.
Because we're gonna move some fucking weight here, and we're not gonna be like, it's
Come
not
on.
like we're trying to be full rep. No. Move the weight. Same time. Switch. Keep your core tight, nice and stable. Same with your glutes. Make sure everything, you got a good sturdy base. And move the weight. I feel like I should be like Brad Castleberry and like take my pants off from my shirt and like show my dick. You guys like to see that, huh? Fucking weirdos. Alright, Bob, a good point here as we're training rather than go, we're gonna do a couple crazy sets, maybe one. But Bob brought up a good point I'm gonna demonstrate here again. Whenever I'm doing this, a lot of people have questions. People be like, pull with your elbow. Well, I never was able to grasp that concept of pulling with the elbow. And if people out there saying, oh yeah, it just, I focus on it, and that's why
Yes,
the
sir.
my hand thing is such a significant part, because people are like, pull with your elbow. I'm like, I don't know how. So just think of a rowing motion whenever you're doing these. You want to literally stick your lats out, you see them pop? Row. Because whenever we're doing this, we're not pulling up here. Okay, we're going to pull down. Okay, so whenever we're up here, pull. And that's the same thing that we're doing with these. We're going to go and we're going to pull. And if that helps you to lead with your elbow, lead with your elbow. But I want to make sure that's what we want to pull with. This. So you should feel that. You should feel it activate. And if it doesn't, lighten your weight, hold guns in your hands. Try that. Because this is, lats I think are definitely one of the body parts, one of the larger body parts on the body that is very difficult to build. You see top amateurs, you see good professionals, still lat fucking lat lift and lat fitness. Okay, and some people that have that wild looking back, crazy genetics. So, for me personally, my back sucked as an amateur, as an early pro, and now I was able to figure it out. And that's why I'm trying to give these little tidbits. Because as a person in the gym, a gym rat, a bodybuilder gym, whatever the fuck you want to call yourself in here, bro, you want to make sure that you are progressing. Gather as much information as you can, and fuck shit up with it. Trial and error. Enjoy.
Okay now. When you do something like that, you better with a partner, training partner, push it on. Make sure you do that and push each other on.
Alright. We're
Better.
going to do a wide grip seated cable row. As you can see, like when we're doing this, you're going to do a full overhand grip. Whenever you're doing this, we're going to work like we did the lats. We did some heavier lat movement. Now we're going to work on the upper outer portion of the back. So whenever we're looking at our back, we're going to look at
That was good.
the rear deltoid, the wrong
That was
and the
good,
traps. Okay, and that full look from the back, you'll see whenever we're taking the videos from behind, you'll see what I'm talking about. We're going to focus on pulling the bar to our sternum. If we pull lower, we're going to work more lats. So we're not going to pull crazy high and put a lot of emphasis on our upper back, neck, and your upper, your traps, your rear delts, and like your neck. So we're gonna pull right to your sternum, and you should be able to get a good pull right there on your mid to upper back. Okay? So whenever you're doing this again, pay attention to your weights, pay attention to your hand placement. With this, I put my hand placement a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. So right there, I don't go out on air. I go right here. That's a little bit wider than shoulder width apart for me. And whenever we're pulling, right to the sternum. Okay? Not up here. If you look from behind right now real quick.
Oh, it's killing me.
Pulling.
How was it cracking? How was it good enough? Here we go. Come on. Let's get inside that chest now. Even with these little ones, it works.
There's a vast difference. So make sure you're paying attention to where you're
right in the
pulling.
middle.
And again, when you're doing this exercise,
Right in the middle there.
increase in weight, pay attention to keeping your core tight and your legs in a fixed position so you have a good,
Close
you have
to
good stable base. for
double
this.
press.
Because whenever you start moving some weight,
Don't do bench press because no partner looks better.
that's important. All right, now we're gonna move into pull downs. My favorite type of pull down, my favorite grip, I should say, is a reverse grip. Well, I think I've liked it just since I was a kid. Big part was whenever you're doing this right here, the serratus. A guy, whenever I was young, used to call it the picket fence look, and ever since then, it was always something that always stuck in my head. So with this, whenever you're doing the pull downs, you're gonna get a good stretch. You're gonna feel everything stretch, and when you come down, you're gonna pull it in. So we're gonna activate that. That's our main focus here. And again, this will be a lat exercise. This is a lat pull down. So you end up focusing on that, and where you place your hand is gonna play a huge role as well. A little bit wider, you'll feel it. You're still targeting the same muscle group, okay? But you're just gonna get that much different of a pull on it. I prefer to go like
Right there.
a little bit closer than shoulder width apart. I've just always been able to get a better stretch on my serratus whenever I'm doing it that way. Try both ways. Shoulder width, a little bit wider than shoulder width, a little bit closer than shoulder width apart, and see, you'll start to feel the difference of how it pulls. But me personally, I like to make sure I get a good stretch on it and a good squeeze. So that means that we're not going to use some crazy weight with this. Wide grip pull downs. Wide grip lat pull downs. Notice how that word lat pull down is in there. I usually just say pull down. But technically a lat pull down. Alright, so that's going to play a huge role.
Get it right in.
It's going to play a big role in how you place your hands and how you're going to pull with it. Again, if you hold guns in your hands when you do this, right here at the edges, real quick. Like that. Alright, you do it like that, you're going to feel your lats activate. Okay? And that's like, I can't do it on myself, so it's difficult. But you'll see, that's the lat portion. If I go and I grip right here, and I'm more dominant with my thumb and my index finger, which are obviously more dominant, stronger. Also, whenever we grab something, that's usually what we grip it with first. You're going to start to feel more your rhomboids, your rear delts, your upper back take over. So wherever you're lagging, that's what you want to pull with. It's still all going to basically hit a lot of the same exercises or a lot of the same body parts. But as you've noticed, and you're having problems with connecting, getting the mind to muscle connection with certain muscles, or having those areas grow, you notice how important all these little inches and all these little tips that I keep talking about are going to be over a lengthy period of time for you to hit that growth. So for me, I'm going to work a little bit more upper back right now. I'm going to have a full grip on it, but I'm going to really do my best to connect with the upper portion of my back rather than use the majority of my lats, even though it's called a lat pull down. If that makes any sense to everybody. All I'm getting at is like all of these little things that you'll see a lot of top amateurs and a lot of professionals do. All these little things add up whenever you are not perfectly genetically gifted. That's why you see me and I throw science the fuck out of every little thing I do and trial and error absolutely everything to see what works so that I can get that little more roundness on my shoulders. a little bit more of an insertion point right here on my front delt into my bicep, and how I'm picking apart my back and my lats to make sure I'm balancing, have a good balance from top to bottom. All right, so we're gonna finish with close grip cable rows. And we're gonna pull to our navels a little lower, so we're gonna focus a lot on the lats. I'm basing this workout, you know, it's a pretty well-rounded workout, but it's definitely lat dominant, because that's where a lot of you guys, a lot of people have troubles with. So whenever you're pulling here, you're gonna see my lats activate. So from right here down is what we're gonna focus on. That's what I term the lat. That's pretty much what it is. But you'll see, like whenever I was doing the wide grip pull down, you'll see I was focusing a lot on the upper back. Now here, right in the lower lat. Now with this, if this is something, if you're somewhere where you're lagging, you're not going to have that same mind to muscle connection simply because you don't have enough meat there yet. So you got to kind of just continue to work through this difficult portion. These low cable rows are pretty much the one thing that I was able to do, whether it be at the beginning of my workout or at the end of my workout, that I would be able to feel. Okay, so we're going to pull to our navels, and if anybody's out there having trouble, make sure you hold guns in your hands. Like this. Okay? So whenever you're pulling, use your wraps, wrap up, and do this. So if you have to lower the weight, do it. So when you pull, we're going to pull right in the navel, and you'll see from behind, we're working on lower lats. That's what our focus is. All right, so that's it. We're good. With this, there's a little more of an educational video for you guys to see how I build a back workout for like someone that needs help with their lats. Like this is a lat dominant exit workout. What I want you guys to pull away from this is all the little tips that I went over. All those things add up over time. Don't get so caught up in just moving the fucking weight. Because if you're just moving the weight, you're not actually feeling the muscle, you're not going to grow the same way. If you're going for powerlifting, this video really wasn't for you. If you want to look good naked, be a bodybuilder, this is your shit. So watch it over and over. Make sure you pay attention to all the little tips I tell you about where the hand you hold your hands, what you should be feeling from these exercises. And also remember this, where these exercises occur in your workout are going to play a role with how much weight you can use as well. But I cannot emphasize enough, if you're not feeling that muscle group, that portion of that muscle group activate, you're not activating. It's tough because the lats are something that not many people have like that, like I was talking about making that connection with. It's very difficult. So it took me time to do that, even though like I was a professional with a mediocre back. Now I think that my back has increased to being one of my better body parts, and it's taken me a lot of time and a lot of effort with these little bits and little tidbits of information. And I was able to gather, apply, and weed out what worked and didn't. So I hope this was something that you guys were able to go get some information from. Make sure that you check out the bio of this video so you can get the full workout and apply it. Go to work. Little tidbits, all them little crumbs add up to a big fucking pile when you pay attention. Educate yourselves, have fun, come in with a good attitude. Fuck shit up, man. This is supposed to be my release. This is good. I enjoy myself when I work, I guess. So I hope you guys do the same. Fucking A. Don't forget your gummy bears. What's up, everybody? Your favorite Seth Ferocious doing rear chest back there. So this is going to be off-season back training. Kind of explain to you all. We're going to explain to you all on why some of you stay fucking fat.
I just throw little bits in now and again.
So
when I'm done bumping.
You watched your latest night video. Did a good job explaining it there as well.
What am I doing?
You do has to have a fucking purpose.
The fuck all I am.
To have a purpose where you have to
do more good than I
doing the exercise. So whenever you see a lot of these workouts coming out by other people, they have a lot of finesse exercises. Fuck your finesse exercise. Move the fucking weight. Make what you're trying to do happen. So if you're doing barbell rows, bent over barbell rows, if you move incredibly slow, and strict, you're going to activate the muscle. And you hear me talk about that. But at some point, you're going to have to fucking put in some effort. You're going to have to move the fucking weight. That's why you see me warm up forever. That's why you see me put so much effort into the warm-up that I do, because I'm warming my body up, getting the blood flowing. I'm going to be able to feel all the different parts of my back activating no matter what exercise I'm working into. And then when I get there, I do a warm-up set, I feel it, and then I fucking let it rip. So the activation portion should be occurring whenever I'm doing my warm-up. I should be able to feel every different part of my back, my lats, everything. So I know when I'm doing this specific exercise, I'm going to exert everything to that. And now whenever it comes to being fat in the off-season, you're eating a lot of calories. Shoving it all in your face. I'm gonna eat my big meals, I'm gonna have my snacks. It's gonna be great because I'm growing, I'm working hard, I'm moving some heavy weight. Yeah, but you're kind of a pussy when you come to the gym. You're thinking I only have to do like 3 sets per exercise. Go fuck yourself. Go to work. Put in the effort. Like, so whenever you go to do something and you hear me, like, you'll see in some of my workouts, I like 5 to 7 sets. And people are like, oh, that's way too much. Is it? Or are you just finding an excuse to do only 4 so you can get out of here in an hour and 10 minutes? And go home and eat your fucking cupcakes and your bonbons and post a fucking cool video of you eating pizza and how good it is. Get your shit together. Head out of your ass and put in the fucking work. So, this video, I'm going to go through, you're going to see me systematically go through the workout, pick each exercise that I'm doing, and I'm picking it for a reason. So whenever I'm doing, whenever I'm saying like one-arm dumbbell rows, if I'm doing one-arm dumbbell rows, what am I trying to do? I'm trying to thicken my lower lats so that whenever I do get lean, you're going to see my nice thin waist with a low insertion point of my lats, so it sweeps out like a fucking wing, making that connection. So whenever I'm doing it, if I don't feel that happening, then it's not fucking happening. Part of the world. You need to feel it. You make sure that goes. Then once you are, now you need to move the fucking weight. So you're going to see me, I'm going to walk you through how to do each exercise, how to warm up, and then you're going to see me go through the hard sets. Actually go through it, let it all happen. It's going to be good times. Reverse chest down.
Welcome to Test Rail. Comprehensive test management solution used by thousands of QA and development teams around the world. With Test Rail, you can manage test cases, plans and runs, generate and share reports, and track progress towards reaching your milestones. Try Test Rail for free today.
Warming up, we're going to do 10 to 12 sets of pull-ups and assisted pull-downs and assisted pull-ups. So with the pull-downs, notice there's different grips you can do. Whenever you're warming up, you need to do every possible grip there is. Wide grip, close grip, reverse grip, I don't give a fuck grip. Do them all, okay? The whole reason is we want to work all the different parts of our back and lats to warm them up so that whenever we go to do an exercise, we're activated. All right, so pull-downs. Right now, you're thinking, how difficult can a pull-down be? Well, it depends on what we want to activate here. So, I grab a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Whenever I'm coming down, I'm going to stick my knees just inside of here. When I pull down, watch where I pull the bar to. I'm not going to pull it directly to my chest. When I pull it directly to my chest, I'm going to work more of my upper back. Okay? Right now, I'm trying to warm up my lats. 2 different ways of doing pull-ups or pull-downs. So, whenever I'm doing them here, my knees are right into it. I'm not sitting all the way into this. Out a little bit. Pull. Down the Then I'm going to scooch in. And now I'm going to pull.
These will be out in close strippers. So when I'm doing these, whenever I'm
Knees a little bit further out, and pull them down, but not all the way like in front of me, like this with the bar. I'm gonna activate my lats more. Whenever I scooch all the way in, and I pull down to my chest, I'm working a little bit more in my upper back. Whole reason is we're trying to get everything to fire. Whenever I'm doing the pull down to my chest, or to the front of me, I'm envisioning my lower lats just growing, because I can feel the blood moving. Whenever I'm doing the pull down, pulling to my chest, a little closer to me, I'm envisioning myself doing a rear double bicep, because that's what we're trying to look. So whenever I do it, all that shit's happening in my upper back. Make that connection with your mind when you're doing it. Envision things. That way when you're doing it, you're feeling it, pulling it, activating it. Whenever we move on, we're ready to kill it. Okay, so all warmed up.
Oh, these will be out.
Feeling it. Now, what I want to get, what I didn't get over there, whenever I was starting this off, bro, this is your off season. This is your grow time. You can't expect to grow by not doing big things.
Oh, God.
This is supposed to be the funnest part of all this. When you're building the physique, adding the caps to your shoulders, throwing out the big wings on your lats, like all those should be in your head.
Come on.
Okay, don't just use off season as an excuse to eat. Training, basics. Every single thing you do, including basic ass shit, needs to be done with such precision, accuracy, and intensity that you're making the basic shit hard as fuck. That's your goal here. And you can't expect to add thickness. You can't expect to have a Ronnie Coleman, Dorian Yates, like thickness level of back with just these big hanging meat racks on your back that little weight. Everybody's different. Everybody is genetically some people are more genetically gifted than others, but that can't your defining reason to do what you're doing. This is the shit that works for me. 95% of other top pros because they when they're doing this as well. Everything has a purpose. The basic as fuck shit needs to be done with precision, accuracy, intensity, and a fucking purpose. Don't ever lose track of that. It's off season, big weight. Do your warm up, feel your shit, move on.
Run up.
Get in your head. So now, we're gonna build the workout.
God.
You can look up
Kill me.
what different exercises build what on your back.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what am I doing with T-bar?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm going to feel T-bar rows, depending on how I position
Oh, yeah.
myself, depending on the posture of my back. I'm going to feel it in my lats, because I'm going to row back. So I'm going to feel it in my lats. Whenever I pull, I'm going to feel it pull on my lats, but I'm also going to feel it in my mid-back and my upper traps. I'm going to feel the pull. And whenever I pull, I'm going to row. Because if I pull up, I'm going to feel more in my back. I want to row. So I'm going to feel it in my lats. I want to get big, thick, meaty lats. If you row. Now with this setup, you're not going to get a big range of motion. It's going to be a little limited, okay, because of the plates when you're adding on and where they hit you in the chest when you're pulling. And don't ever forget, always adjust your junk before you're doing this so you don't smash your dick. You'll need it. So it's going to be limited. So feel it, feel the pull, make the connection, and move the fucking weight. That's what we're going to do. And don't forget, we say this over and over, you didn't eat all this food to be a pussy. You ate all this food to put it to work. That's why you see me in the hoodie. That's why you're going to see me go nuts. Lose your shit, let it go, dude. This is the place to come alive. Feel the intensity. This is where your vision should be coming a reality. So
You ate all the food, you're fueling your workouts, you spend all the money on the food, you spend all the money on the supplements, you spend all the money looking fucking cool when you come
God,
in.
that was hard.
God damn it, put
There we
the
go. Go loosen back up again. Oh.
Alright, moving on. Good T-bars, overall back thickness, lower lats. Gonna get them nice and thick. Move into this T-bar machine, or the T-bar row. Gonna do like a little bit of a wider grip. I'm gonna focus on the upper back. And so you'll see me, I'll hunch my back a little bit on this. When I hunch my back, I'm trying to hit the middle of my back. We'll use your back, your front, your back chest. So with this exercise, I'm focusing on this. Right here is what I want to get. That was a heterosexual rub. So whenever we're doing the bent over these rows on the T-bar row here, chest is in a fixated position. Wide grip, focusing on this. And you'll see me transfer over to the angle grip here, or more of a close grip. If I do that, still going to hit this part of your back. You're still working your overall back, but placing emphasis on this with that closer grip right here, and a little bit of a hunch. So when I'm in here, you'll see me do this. I'll be up, chest is up, head up, pulling back. Okay? It's going to hit a lot of my upper back, overall back, but the upper back. If I hunch a little bit, notice how my position changed. My feet are on this higher ledge and hunching a little bit. My lats are hanging. When I pull up, I'm going to use a little bit more of my middle back, middle upper back, okay? So if you're lacking in those areas, put some effort into it. Do it with a purpose, okay? You just saw us do 7 fucking sets of T-bar rows. Whole reason we did 7, because I have the energy. A lot of people in the videos are like, oh, Seth, you're growing a bunch of gear and all this. Well, okay, so there's your first excuse. You can't do it because you don't take gear. No, dickhead, you can. You might just have to not use the same weight. Or you might not do 1 or 2 more sets. So regardless if I was on shit or not, I trained like this when I was younger. 30 sets, yeah, I'm going in with a fucking purpose. So with this, you have purpose. I'm focusing on my upper back. When I'm thinking of that, I'm thinking whenever I'm standing here, I got a big, thick upper back. So when I'm in a cool t-shirt and I look good, or my arm will hold on to me, or hit my rear double bicep. Whenever I go back, I want to be thick there. So whenever I lose my weight and drop out of bed, I have a nice bubbly back. It's the whole goal, purpose. Systematic. Think everything has a reason. Do it with that purpose. Has a reason. Just do it that way.
So, for everybody that's been busting my balls about my dad's shoes and white fucking socks, listen, my goal is to not look attractive in here. Don't give a fuck. If I want pussy, going home for it. Got good shit at home. Nice. So, comfort, stability, execution. That's what I'm here for. So I go home, I look good naked. Then I get the shit I want. It's a goal here, mindset. So mind fucking yourself. And fuck you, I like my dad's shoes. Go kick your ass. All right. Reverse grip pull downs with a hammer strength machine. You can do these two-handed or one-handed. If you don't have a hammer strength, you can simply use reverse grip pull downs on a cable. So these are pull downs. We're going to work our lats. You're going to feel it in your upper back depending on the range of motion that you use. My focus point when I'm doing this is go head up, front part of our lat, the serratus area, that cool look whenever you do your front lat spread.
Hey.
That shit popping up right there, that's what we're pulling with. So the engagement is going to be through here into our lat. Now pull down. Now when he comes all the way back, you're going to start to feel it in your upper back. Okay, if you want to focus on your lats, your front, the front of your lat, the serratus, and then your lower lat and lat insertion right here, your range of motion is going to be limited to about right here. Rather than all the way back, start working the upper back. So go up, right here. If he's right there, that lat is going to be engaged. So right now with this exercise, that's what we're going to focus on. Go ahead again. So right there. I prefer doing it with one arm rather than two because with one arm, off-season setting, we're going to move a little bit of weight. We're really going to get to stretch, and we're really going to be able to focus on the squeeze. Go ahead and watch. See how he's not bringing it all the way back. We're focusing on front of the lat, into the lat insertion. You're still going to work the upper back. You're still going to feel it. Even that this is, that day. You're going to feel it everywhere you're moving and stuff. But focusing on front lat, front part of your lat, the insertion point, and whenever we move the weight, start to move up in weight, we're going to focus on the thickness, overall thickness. So you can't carve out a pebble. That's the whole concept of an off season. You can't carve a pebble. If you only have a pebble to start, you've got nothing to carve. Add the weight, eat the food, lift the weights, fuck shit up.
Friend, for all of the times, we have all of the foods. Order now, later, whenever. We got it.
Did somebody say just eat?
So, moving on, building your workout. If I was to put deadlifts or rack pulls in this workout, now is when I would add them. And I'd probably make it my last exercise because you're going to pour everything you got left in the tank in the deadlifts and rack pulls.
Okay,
So
I finished.
why don't you put them first or
I'm
second?
done.
Okay, you want to know why? Because
So my
anybody that
dumbbell
puts them
press is
first or
just like-
second in the workout, it's
Warm it
not
up.
like a top level.
That's me now, I'm done
athlete
till
that's
tomorrow.
here to have like workout. They're gonna fucking quit and do a half.
Say, see ya, good night.
After the deadlifts or the rack.
See you later.
Put that shit at the end of your workout and fucking make yourself work harder. Make yourself